In the hushed corners of a secluded laboratory, a scientist, Dr. Anton, toils tirelessly under the dim glow of flickering lights. His sole pursuit? A gateway to the afterlife. In the cold, sterile environment, the only sounds are the hum of machinery and the occasional clink of glassware. But soon, these mundane sounds would give way to something much more sinister. Dr. Anton, a man of profound intellect and insatiable curiosity, was never one to shy away from the unknown. His obsession with the afterlife had been a constant companion throughout his life. He believed that the boundaries separating the living from the departed were thin and permeable, and he was determined to prove it. His experiment was simple, at least in theory. A machine designed to emit a frequency that resonated with the energy signatures of the departed. His hope was to establish a line of communication, a bridge between two worlds. Little did he know he was about to open Pandora's box. The machine whirred to life, the low hum escalating into a high-pitched whine. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the air seemed to ripple like heat haze over a road. A chill descended upon the room and the lights flickered ominously. The first contact had been made. It started subtly. Objects moved with no apparent cause. Whispers echoed in the silence. But the situation quickly spiraled out of control. The entities that responded to Dr. Anton's call were not the benevolent spirits he had hoped for, but malevolent forces hungry for a foothold in the world of the living. In the days that followed, the laboratory transformed into a playground for the supernatural. Shadows moved with a life of their own. The temperature fluctuated wildly. An oppressive sense of dread hung in the air. Dr. Anton, in his hubris, had expected a scientific revolution. Instead, he had unleashed a nightmare. His attempts to shut down the machine were futile, the entities now too powerful. They had tasted the material world, and they were not about to relinquish their claim. In the end, the once sterile laboratory had become a grotesque tableau of horror. Shadows twisted into monstrous forms, stalking the halls with a predatory anticipation. The air was thick with the scent of fear and decay, a tangible reminder of the abomination that had been unleashed. The once brilliant scientist was now a broken man, trapped in the nightmare of his own creation. His last words, soaked in regret and terror, echoed through the forsaken laboratory. "I have opened a door that I cannot close." Dr. Anton had sought to bridge the gap between life and death. Instead, he had opened a door to a realm of darkness and fear. His experiment, born from curiosity and a thirst for knowledge, had resulted in a horrifying scene of chaos and terror. This serves as a chilling reminder of the risks of meddling with forces beyond human comprehension. In the end, the pursuit of knowledge had given birth to an unimaginable horror. A horror that had once been locked away, now free to roam in our world. The terrifying truth? There are doors that should never be opened, and some mysteries are better left unsolved.